Hey, fourth grade, here we are with problem set 18. Now remember, if you get asked, hey, what are you doing? You can always find the I can statement. I can find the whole number, quotients, and remainders. So we're definitely doing division if the I can statement is I can find quotients and remainders. Remember, a quotient is the answer to a division problem. All right, so let's read the problem set. It says, solve using the standard algorithm. Check your quotient and remainder by using multiplication and addition. Well, if you remember, we've actually talked about how there are two different strategies you can use. You can use partial quotient or you can use the standard algorithm. So this one is actually asking you to use the standard algorithm. But if partial quotient is what you would like to use, make sure you show your work, especially if you want to get into advanced math one day. All right, so don't forget to put your name on your paper. And yes, try and use your last name. All right, 46 divided by 2. So here we are where they just have the numbers for us and they're just giving us the equation. They're not really writing it out for us to solve. So you have to think 46, remember 46, I'm going to say first, divided by 2. All right, so I'm going to cut my paper into half and I'm going to show you the standard algorithm and then I'm going to show you partial products, okay? So standard algorithm is where I cover up the 6 for right now and I think 4 divided by 2. Well, what can I multiply to get me really close to 4? So 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Oh, well, there you go. 2 times 2 is 4. Multiply, so divide 4 divided by 2. Multiply. 2 times 2 is 4. Divide, multiply, subtract, check, bring it down. Remember, divide, multiply, subtract, check, bring it down. Does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers? All right, so I'm going to subtract, then I'm going to bring down that 6. And then I'm going to think, well, what can get me really close to 6 with multiplication? 6 divided by 2. 6 divided by 2. So I'm going to think, well, I'm going to keep going. Well, I know if I do 2 times 3, that's going to get me to 6. Oops. So you don't want to put your 6 up there. You want to put your 6 down here. What goes right here if I'm not putting my 6? Well, how did I get that 6? 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. Multiply, subtract, bring it down. Only I don't have anything else to bring down. So my quotient is going to be 23. And this time I did not have a remainder. So I could put R0. But most of the time, most adults are not going to put R0 there. All right, so now I'm going to do partial quotients. And that means I am going to be looking at 46, the whole shebang. Instead of just thinking of the 4, I'm going to be thinking about 46. So I'm going to be thinking 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 5 is 10, 2 times 10 is 20. So if I know, well, I'm looking for 46. I'm trying to get a number super close to 46. Well, I know what 2 times 2 is. 2 times 2 happens to be 4. So I could say 2 times 20 equals 40. So I could put a 20 right here. 2 times 20 is 40. Divide, multiply, 2 times 20 is 40. Then I'm going to subtract. Well, now I'm thinking, 6 divided by 2. What can I multiply to get me really close to 6 or to exactly 6? And that's going to be 3. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract. Now I'm going to add these partial quotients up, and that gives me 23. But I do not have a remainder. All right. So I've actually double checked by doing two different strategies. But the problem, oh, tap the iPad. The problem is actually asking you to multiply 2. So 23 times 2, 6, 4. And that gets me back to what I started with. All right. So let's do one more. Let's do this one down here. 53 divided by 3. So I'm going to cut my little square in half. Actually, it's a rectangle. All right, so standard algorithm. I'm going to pretend like that 3 is not there for right now. 5 divided by 3. Well, what's going to get me really close to... Well, I'm already going over, so I know that I'm going to have to put a 1 right here. 3 times 1 is 3. Multiply, then I need to subtract. Now I need to bring down that 3. All right, so now I'm thinking, well, what's going to get me really close to 23 when I multiply? 3 times, has to be 3 times something because that's what I'm dividing by. So 3 times, well, I know 4 is 12. Well, I don't have time to do them all, so I'm just going to do the heavy hitters. That's 15. 3 times 10, that's 30. Well, I know that that is too big, so, I guess I'm going to do, let's see, has to be a number in between. Has to be a number in between. So when I'm doing the standard algorithm, I am looking for the biggest number possible without going over, okay? So I am going to, let's see, 3 times 7 is 21. You have to know your multiplication pretty well to do this strategy. So I'm going to put a 7 right here. 3 times 7 is 21. Subtract. And that means I have a remainder of 2. All right, so had to get 3 times 7. I had to know that 3 times 7 was my multiplication right there. Let's see, 3 times 8 is 24. Well, that was too big, so I had to go with 7. 3 times 7. All right, come on over here. 53 divided by 3. 53 divided by 3. So over here with partial quotients, I'm trying to get it as close as I possibly can to 53 with multiplication. So 3 times 10 is 30. Oops, I should not put that in there because I'm going to be looking for my partial quotient here. So I'm going to write it right here. 3 times 10 is 30. Well, that gets me pretty close. So I'm going to put a 10 right here. I'll put a 30 here. I'm going to subtract. Now I'm down to 23. Well, let's see. I can't do 3 times 10, but I can do 3 times 5. That's 15. I'm going to put a 5 here. 3 times 5 is 15. I'm going to subtract. Let's see. So, trying to figure out what is a strategy I could use. I could count up. So I'm going to get to 13. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I know that gets me to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, so now I'm thinking, what's going to get me really close to 8? Well, I know 3 times 2. 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. I'll put a 6 here. That's going to be a 2. Now I'm at a number that is smaller than what I'm dividing by. So I'm going to add all these up. That's going to give me 17 with a remainder of 2. And look, that's what I got over here. All right, now the directions do say check by multiplication and addition. All right, so it's multiplication and addition if you have a remainder. All right, so 17 times 3, 21, 6, 3, 4, 5, plus my remainder. 53. Well, 53 is exactly what I started with. All right, so 4th grade, I want you to do this front page and this back page. Now remember, if you would like to do partial quotient, that's fine. You just have to show your work, double check. All right, don't forget the exit ticket today.